Okay, so anyone can tell me about the answer for this one? How do you solve for these questions? Anyone want to share with me? How do we actually solve this question? Anyone? Anyone? Guys, you all managed to hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so what? Okay, tell me about the solutions of these questions. How do you solve this question? EX formula? Yeah, of course. Okay, if you haven't tried yet, please try it now. Do the calculation. You're supposed to answer these few answers. Or there are something that you already managed to find and tell me the answer. Tell me what do you get. Mean 7/3. So Hilary, can you tell me more about how do you do your working?
I did the expected value formula for 1 over 6 from 0 to 3, and then I plus the other expression from 3 to 4, and I got 7/3.
X of 2 minus 1/2x dx. Okay, so that means we can actually press inside calculator immediately. So I have x square over 6 with 0 to 3 plus integration. So 2x minus 0.5x squared, and with 3 and 4 you have a 7/3, correct? Anyone else? Anything? This is the answer for min. What about others? Anika, is Askanda with you?
Yes.
Okay. So Ryan, how do you do this question?
Integration of x squared from 0 to 3 of 1 over 6x plus the integration of x squared 2 minus 1 over 2x from 3 to 4, and then minus 7/3.
Okay, so e expected of x squared, you have 0 to 3 of x squared 1/6x dx plus 3/4 x squared of 2 minus 1/2x dx. So you should have a number, an answer. So this one is q, this one is square, This one is cube.
Wait, no, 13/8. I forgot to square the mean.
This one is 4. Something wrong. Let me press it again. 6 0 to 3 plus integration to x square minus 0.5 x cube to 3 to 4. So you have a 37/6, and the variance is 37/6 minus 7/3 square. So you have a 13/18. Is this what you get?
Yeah.
Anything else? Other information? Q1 root 3. Okay, mind to tell me how do you get that answer?
I integrate 1/6x from 0 to q1, and this should equal to 1/4.
Okay, so we do this. Okay, so we have our x squared over 12 of q1 to 0 equals to 1/4. So q1 equals to root 3. Yes, it's right. It's correct. Okay, more? What else can you find? What else can you find? Looks like only Hilary and Ryan do their work, sir. Others didn't do any calculation at all. Come on. Come on, tell me more. As I told you yesterday, don't think it too complicated. Just make sure treat it like logical questions. Just using your algebra skill to solve the problem. What important is you need to understand. As long as you understand, it's no longer a problem. Tell me more, tell me more. Is it the algebra too difficult? Okay, anyone able to give me get the answer? Please send to me now. Okay, please tell me as soon as possible, because we haven't finished the topic yet. Over here, we are just looking at the basic problem solving skill.
For Q2, can you use the same equation as Q1, but equals to half instead of 1 over 4?
Correct?
And then you get root of 6.
Okay. So for median, integrate 0, 1 over 6 x dx equals to 1 over 2. So you have x squared over 12 of the median, and 0, 1 over 2. So you have a median equals to square root of 6. Yes. More?
For Q3, use the same method, but equals to 3 over 4. Then you get Q3 is 3.
You get Q3 as 3. Before you even do that, you can actually realize that the area for each of the sections here first. If you calculate out the sections, this is already 0.75, 0.25. So the Q3 is automatically 3. Okay, anything else that we can observe? Don't think about it too complicated. This is a basic questions. Just all you need to do is just using P1 skill to solve it. P1 techniques to solve it. Nothing special here.
Q2 minus Q1 is 0.717. Q3 minus Q2 is 0.551. Since Q2 minus Q1 is more than Q3 minus Q2, it is negatively skewed.
So Q3 minus Q2 is 3 minus square root 6. This is square root 6 minus square root 3. So 3 minus square root 6, I have 0.55. And square root 6 minus square root 3 is 0.717. So you have a Q2 minus Q1 is greater than Q3 minus Q2. And your conclusion just now, you say?
Negatively skewed.
Negatively skewed. If I don't have the information for Q1, Q2, Q3, how do I use mean median mode to answer skewness? One of the easiest, the mode you guys haven't told me yet.
The mode,
Hmm.
which is 3.
The mode is 3. How do we actually use the mode to mean median mode to answer the questions for the skewness?
Positive skew is mean greater than median, that's greater than, if mean is greater than median, and median is greater than mode.
So if we look at the value, mean is 7 over 3, which is 7 over 3 here. 7 divided by 3, I have 2.33. Then I have median equals to square root 6. Square root 6, I have the value 2.45. Then I have the mode equals to 3. Okay, it's 3. So how do we make our conclusion?
Because mean is less than median, and median is less than mode, therefore it's negatively skewed.
Others can remember or not? All of you are very quiet today. I wonder what happened. Okay, we will continue with the lessons. Okay, from over here, from PDF, we already are able to find mean, median, mode, Q1, Q2, Q3, skewness, variance. Okay, now we want to do something called CDF. Okay, cumulative density function. Okay, you are required to write CDF. So from earlier, we already have, using this example, we already have PDF. Okay. Where I have my PDF. This is my PDF. Okay, now I want to write this in the form of capital letter F. Okay, capital letter F means it's actually accumulated from one thing at a time. So over here, okay, I will have smaller than 0. X is smaller than 0. So x smaller than 1. Then x is in between of 1 to 4. And x is greater than 4. Okay, because it's an accumulating form, okay, so please understand that capital letter F here means P of x lesser equals to x. Okay, it means this. So it's accumulated. It accumulates from the smallest value. So therefore, lesser than 1, you don't have anything to accumulate that yet. Therefore, it's 0. But after 4, you already accumulated everything. Therefore, it's 1. So what you need to do is to figure out what is the formula for the equation for the CDF over here in the middle. Okay. So over here, the CDF that we have, okay. So for the middle one here, okay, we're going to integrate 0 to x 2 over 9s minus 1 2 over 9 ds. Okay, we will write it like this. Accumulated from, not from 0, from 1 to x. Okay, these expressions representing the area that accumulated up to a certain value x. Okay, accumulated up to a certain value x. So over here, I do my calculation. Okay, 2 over 9 s squared over 2 minus 2 over 9s. Substitute x1 inside. Okay, x1 inside. So I have a 2 over 9 with x squared over 2 minus x minus 2 over 9 with 1 over 2 minus 1. Okay, 2 over 9. 2 over 9 of x squared over 2 minus x. This is a minus half to plus half. So I substitute the 2 inside. 1 over 9 of x squared minus 2x plus 1. Or it's a nicer form. So I will have a 1 over 9 of x minus 1 squared. Okay. So that means I have this as 1 over 9 x minus 1 squared. What is the usefulness of this? Okay, what is exactly is the usefulness of this? We can use CDF, capital letter F, to find Q1, Q2, Q3 easily. Okay, so from earlier example, from yesterday example, we managed to find Q1 is 2.5, Q2 is 3.12, Q3 is 3.60. Okay, if I have the CDF, okay, which is I managed to calculate that 1 over 9 x minus 1 square. So all I need to do for is 1 over 9 of Q1 minus 1 square equals to 1 over 4. So you will see that Q1 equals to square root of 9 over 4 plus 1. Okay, so I will have 3 over 2 plus 1, so 2.5. Then I also can do 1 over 9 of Q1 minus 1 Q2 minus 1 square equals to 1 over 2. So I will have m equals to square root of 9 over 2 plus 1. So 9 divided by 2 square root, okay, plus 1. So 3.12. And I also have 1 over 9. Okay, if I put Q3 here, minus 1 square equals to 3 over 4. So I have a Q3 equals to 27 over 4 square root plus 1. So 27 divided by 4 square root, answer plus 1. So I will have 3.60. So you will see that I have the answer 2.5, 3.12, 3.60, which is exactly the same as here. Okay, which is exactly the same as here. So over here, I demonstrate and working of how to actually change PDF into CDF. Okay, therefore over here, this is the CDF of your questions. Okay, this is a CDF of your question. So earlier we have 2 sections that actually give us 3 sections. What if I have these questions here that actually have 3 sections? It will give me 4 sections in my CDF. Okay, so how do I actually get my CDF? Capital letter F. So over here, I will have 4 sections. The first one will be x lesser equals to 0. Okay, the last one will be x greater equals to 4. And in between, I have 0, x to 3, and I have 3, x to 4. Okay, the thing is how to actually do the calculation. Accumulated before 0 is 0, after 4 is 1. This is a definite. It's just that how to actually find the one in between, that's all. Okay, so I write this as a F1, this one F2. So the F1 calculations will be based on this, okay? 0 to x of 1 over 6s ds. Okay, I will have a 1 over 12 s squared of x to 0. Then I will have a 1 over 12 x squared. For your F2, okay, we will need to do from 3 to x, from 3 to x, okay, 2 minus 1 over 2s ds plus 0 to 3 for 1 over 6x dx. Okay, we have to add the previous part because of accumulation. We have to adding the previous part because of the accumulation. So we are 2s minus s squared over 4 of x to 3 and x squared over 12 with 3 to 0. Okay, I have a 2x minus x squared over 4 minus 6 minus 9 over 4 plus this one 9 over 12. So all I need to do is just simplify the value. Okay, negative 1 over 4x squared plus 2x. Then simplify the number, 6 minus 9 over 4 minus answer plus 9 over 12. I have a negative 3. Okay. So in the end, my answer for capital, my CDF is 0, 1 over 12x squared, negative 1 over 4x squared plus 2x minus 3, and 1 for x lesser than equals to 0, for x in between, of 0 to 3. So for the x in between of 3 to 4, and the x greater equals to 4. And this will be my final answer for these sections, for these questions. Okay, then from here, if let's, as I say, we can use CDF to help us identify the Q1, Q2, Q3 easily. Okay, so for Q1, I'll have 1 over 12 Q1 square equals to 1 over 4. So Q1 equals to square root 3. Then for Q2, I have 1 over 12 Q2 square equals to 1 over 2. So Q2 equals to square root 6. For Q3, 1 over 12 Q3 square equals to 3 over 4. So I have a Q3 equals to 3. I have the answer, which help us to get the things easily. So far so good. Are you okay with this CDF?
Yes.
Okay. So after writing CDF, okay, what if we changing CDF to PDF? This is the easiest. Okay, all you need to do is differentiation. So as for example, we already have this, the one that we have earlier, isn't it? Okay, so fx equals to 1 over 12x squared. Okay, so negative 1 over 4x squared plus 2x minus 3. So all I need to do is differentiate them. So I differentiate of 1 over 12x squared. I have a 1 over 6x, which is what we have earlier. If I differentiate negative 1 over 4x squared plus 2x minus 3, I get a negative 1 over 2x plus 2, which is what we have previously. So changing CDF back to PDF is one of the easiest working. So far so good. Okay, now let's look at questions. Okay, so how many marks can you see here?
Many.
Many, yes.
A lot.
So during exam, just make sure you know how to do.
Wait, was this like the paper out of 50, right?
Yeah. But if with this question they give you a lot of marks, then you should be happy. That means other questions will be lesser marks, isn't it? Because this one is purely we should be able to settle this purely by understanding, isn't it? Okay, so how should we solve these questions for A? How do we actually get the answer as 1 over 4? Any suggestions?
We have to show that the total area is equal to 1.
To one.
So how should we start?
Integrate of k 4x minus x cubed from 0 to 2 equals to 1.
Exactly. Okay. So after, if you k, you actually can take it out, isn't it? So this part here, you can plug it inside your calculator. So this is a 4. Because of 1, so k equals to 1 over 4.
Wait, do we have to show working for the integration, like in S2 or no?
For further stats, you just need to write one more line, I think, after the integration, the integrated expression.
Oh, I see.
Then B, how should we solve this? For B, how do we solve this? Any suggestions?
Integration of x over 4 bracket 4x minus x cubed, is it? From 0 to 2.
Then missing the x here. Okay? So x over 4, 4x minus x cubed, 0 to 2. So if you press your calculator, so you have a 4x squared minus x power 4 over 4 from 0 to 2. I have a 16 over 15. That's my answer. Anyone? Agree? Disagree? For C, how should we do this?
Do we find the turning point?
Very good. So how do we solve the turning? How do we find the turning point?
Differentiation.
Differentiate what?
The function. So differentiate 1 over 4 times 4x minus x cubed. Then that should be equal to 0.
So we have a 4 minus 3x squared equals to 0. So x equals to 2 over square root 3. That's our answer. Okay. So for D, what can we do for D?
Can we convert it into a cumulative density function?
Yes, you can. Or you can do it straight.
Yeah, we can just make the area equal to 1 over 2.
Okay, how should I write my equations?
Integration from x 0 to x.
0 to
X, I think.
Q1.
Or, yeah, Q1.
Q2.
Q2.
Okay.
Yeah, then 1 over 4 or x minus x cubed is equal to 1 over 2.
Okay, so I have so 2x squared minus x4 over 4 of q2 and 0 equals to 2. How do we solve these questions? This one. Now everybody should try to solve this answer. Let's see whether your algebra rusted or not. Q2. Waiting for answer. $1.08. Thank you. Anyone unable to solve it? So with all the values here, how do we comment about the skewness?
Do we say there's no skewness?
Why?
Because like the mean, the median, and the mode are almost all the same.
It's all the same because of the range itself is 0 to 2 is very small.
Yeah.
But we have to look into the decimal.
Oh, so even with these kind of decimals, we. Oh, okay then. I see.
So you say it's negatively skewed.
How do we justify our working, our answer?
Mean less than median less than mode.
Mean less than median less than mode. Therefore, this is a negatively skewed. Okay. So far, all the questions that we do is all negatively skewed. Okay, never mind. F. You are expected to know how to do sketching as well. Graph. Okay. So this is 0 to 2. No, 0 is 0. Okay. This is a 2. So I have the turning point at 1.155. Okay. So I will have here when it's 2 cube, this is 0. Can or not? Do you know how to do the calculation? Do you still remember P1 how to sketch a cubic graph? Do you still remember how to sketch a cubic graph?
Of course.
Okay, so you have a questions like this. Then over here, you may have the question maybe appear as a cumulative form. Oh, again, we just treat it like normal. Okay, this is in the capital letter F. Okay, So for x greater than 0.3, so A for P of x greater than 0.3 is the same as talking about 1 minus f 0.3. So 1 minus 2 times 0.3 squared minus 0.3 cubed. Then I have the answer. Two x squared minus x cubed. Calculate 0.3. 1 minus answer 0.847. Can you understand my working?
Yes.
B here, okay, is something to do with P3. Something to do with P3. Thing with P3. Of course, the junior students wouldn't know what is it yet because they haven't reached this topic yet. Okay? For the senior students, I would like you to tell me which P3 parts that we can apply this.
I think Brian should answer.
Yeah, I think I should answer. The numerical methods.
Thank you. Okay, it's a numerical methods. How do we actually solve this problem?
We just substitute both of the x's into the function.
Into where?
2x squared minus x cubed.
Yes, so we use substitute 0.59 into capital letter F. So you have 2 of 0.59 squared minus 0.59 cube. So let's see what is the number that we have. 2x squared minus x cubed. Calculate 0.59. So I have a 0.490821. And when I substitute 0.60 equals to 2, 0.60 minus 0.6 power 3. Calculate 0.6. I have the value 0.504. So seniors, how do I make conclusion?
You see if there's a change in sign.
There is no change in sign over here. They are both
So-
positive and positive value.
So that means it doesn't.
You should say that it's because it's more than and less than 0.5.
Yes. The 0.49, okay, is f of median. 0.504, which is f of 0.59, f of m, f of 0.6. Therefore, the median is in between of 0.59, 0.60. So, Karu, don't jump to conclusion easily. Yeah, you have this is a concept question. Don't just blindly follow the step.
Okay.
Of course, the junior students, you don't need to worry much about it. When we finish P3, then you should be okay with this. Okay. So because the section B here is using P3 knowledge. So find probability density function. This is an easy one. How do we do this?
Oh, do we still write it as a piecewise function as our final answer?
It's a must.
Okay. Then we just differentiate.
Okay. How many parts do I have?
Two parts.
Very good. 2 parts. The first part will be and between 0 to 1. The second part is otherwise. For the otherwise, we write 0. What you need to fill is just fill in the things over here. What should I fill in here? What should I fill in here?
4x minus 3x squared.
4x minus 3x squared is a simple differentiation. That's all. Okay. Then after that, evaluate ex. From here, d, you should realize that in order to find the mean, you cannot do it straight from the capital letter F. We have no choice but to get it into the small letter F first before we actually can continue. Okay. So this three, I leave it to you. Okay. Any other thing that I need to discuss? Let me see. Okay, I think it's just the matter of practices. For your information, S2 only cover up to PDF. Okay, S2 only cover. CDF is actually further stat syllabus. Okay, so right now you are doing two things together. Okay, right now you are doing two things together with the CDF. Okay, CDF is actually the further stats questions. Okay, I think I will send you the exercises later. Or anything else you want to ask before I let you go?